Hello guys, welcome to the lecture 33 of machine learning series. From our past few videos, we have been discussing about missing value imputation techniques. Now, this video is just a continuation of that particular videos. So in this video, we'll be just discussing another two techniques to impute the missing values. So the first technique we'll be discussing is random value imputation, and second we'll be discussing about missing indicator. Okay, first is random value imputation, and next we'll be moving on to missing indicator. Okay, this is really an important video, so I hope you watch this video till the end. Okay, so these two techniques are very simpler techniques. Okay, you'll be just understanding it in a simpler way. Okay, so first let us discuss about random value imputation. So this random value imputation is a technique where you fill the missing values of a particular column with the values of that particular column itself. Okay, you randomly pick the values of that particular column and fill the missing values with that random values. So just to explain with an example, let's say I have a column named age. So in this I have randomly few values 40, 50, 50, 50, NA. Okay, so in this way I have a few values, and you see these are my two missing values. Now what I will be doing is I'll be just picking random values. Okay, I'll be just picking random values from all these numbers, and I'll be just imputing the missing values. So let's say randomly I picked 40, so I'll be just imputing 40 over here. Okay, in this missing place I'll be just imputing with 40. Next again I picked 50, and in this place I'll be just replacing with 50. Okay, so this is the entire technique. Okay, it is very simpler technique. Okay, so now let us see few advantages of this technique. The first advantage is it is obviously simpler. Okay, it is very simpler technique. The second advantage is the distribution does not change. This is the biggest advantage of this technique. The distribution does not change. So I'll be explaining you how. Now let's say we have a bag. Okay, in the bag I have 40 green balls and 10 red balls. Now if I ask you to randomly pick an ball, what is the probability of picking the green ball? It is higher, right? Okay, higher than the probability of picking the red ball. So in this way this distribution also works. So now let's say this is the distribution before the random value imputation. So this region indicates, okay, this region indicates the most of the values, okay, the most occurring values lie in this particular region. Okay, so the numbers here are nothing but most occurred values, right? So what I will be doing, I am just running the random generator to generate some random numbers, right? So the occurrence of these random numbers from this particular region is very much higher. Okay, so now after missing value imputation, that is random value imputation, the curve just bulges over here and it settles as it is. Okay, you will be seeing just a minimal change. Okay, just a minimal change at this region, that's it. Okay, so you understood the concept, right? You pick if you run the random generator, the random generator picks the most occurred value most of the times. Okay, so this is the concept. So that is why the distribution does not change. And third advantage is it is beneficial. Okay, it is beneficial to linear algorithms. Okay, linear algorithms like linear regression or logistic regression or SVM. Okay, so this technique basically benefits these linear algorithms. Okay, so it does not benefit the tree based algorithms. Okay, basically it shows negative effect on the tree based algorithms and positive effect on the linear algorithms. Okay, so these are the advantages of this random value imputation technique. And the disadvantages, okay, now let's see the disadvantages. So the disadvantages we have are, first, the covariance changes. Okay, the covariance among the columns changes. So now let's say I have another column that is height. So by implementing this technique, the age and height, okay, the covariance between the age and height basically changes. Okay, second we have memory heavy on deployment. So if you observe this entire technique, what we are doing, we are just picking the random values from the already existing values. Okay, we are not just generating the random values, but we are just picking the random values from the existing values itself. So basically, when you deploy the machine learning algorithm trained with this technique, you also need to deploy, okay, you also need to deploy the data set as well. Okay, you also need to deploy the dataset as well on the server. So that is why it becomes memory heavy. Okay, memory heavy on deployment. Okay, so let's say in case some new values are occurring, okay, new set of values are occurring. So in that new set of values, let's say some are missing values. So how this model handles, okay, it just picks the random values from this training set and imputes this missing values. Okay, so in this way it sends to the machine learning algorithm. Okay, so this is how the entire technique basically works when it is on the server, right? So this is entirely the random value imputation. So now next we have our next technique, that is missing indicator. Okay, this missing indicator is also very simpler technique. Okay, very simpler technique. So in this missing indicator, what you do is you just indicate whether an row, okay, whether an row is missing or not, okay, by just creating another column, right? So basically to explain, I'm taking the same age column 10, 20, 30, NA, 40, 50. Okay, so if you see, I have one single missing value. So what I will be doing in this missing indicator case is I'll be just creating another column named age NA. So the values in this age NA are true and false values. Okay, basically true or false values. So now what becomes true and what becomes false is where you don't have missing value, there the age NA becomes false, and where, okay, where you have missing values, the column indicates it as true. Okay, you just fill it with true. So in this way this entire technique works. You just indicate the observed value. Okay, if there is a value, you just indicate with false. If there is no let's say there is no observed value, you just indicate with true. Okay, so this is how the entire technique works. Now the advantage with this technique is you are just instructing, okay, you are just giving an explicit information to the machine learning algorithm, that is here I have an observed value and here I have missing value. So this is how the machine learning algorithm can differentiate between the true values and also missing values. Okay, you are just providing the explicit knowledge to the machine learning algorithm. So this is entirely our missing indicator technique. Okay, so we have seen our random value imputation and missing indicator techniques. So next we'll be seeing the code implementation of these two techniques. Okay, first we'll be just importing our necessary libraries. First, that is pandas, numpy, seaborn and matplotlib for visualizations. Okay, so then I'm loading my dataset, that is Titanic dataset. From Titanic dataset, I'm just picking the age and fair column. Okay, why I'm picking the age and fair column is in age column I have missing values. Okay, this fair column is basically used to compare. Okay, I said that covariance changes, right? So how covariance is changing, I'll be specifying with this two columns. Okay, between these two columns I'll be specifying it. So next I'm printing the shape and number of missing values and the first 10 rows of the data set. Okay, so if you see, the shape of the data set is 891 comma 2, so 891 rows and 2 columns, and the number of missing values before imputation are 177 in age, and fair I don't have any missing values, and these are the 2 columns. Okay, first 10 rows of my data set, right? So next what I am doing is I'm just counting the observed values and missing values. So I have total of 714 observed values, that is non-missing values, and 177 of total missing values, right? So next from here I'll be starting my missing value imputation using the random value imputation. So what I am doing is I'm just setting the random seed. So this random seed is nothing but, so each time, okay, each time you run, the same set of values are picked. Okay, so I set random seed to 42. So next, if I set the random seed to 41, only in that case my random numbers generator will be changed. Okay, so other than that, if I don't change this random seed, basically the set of random numbers generated each time when I run this cell are same. Okay, so that's why I'm just setting the random seed to 42. Okay, I'm just making the copy of the data set, okay, that into data underscore imputed. Okay, so then what I am doing is I'm just separating the observed values. Okay, observed age values. Observed age values are nothing but these 714 values from this 177 values. Okay, so what I'm doing, see, so data imputed, okay, the copy we made, dot log age. Okay, so from age I'm just picking those rows with not NA values. Okay, so non-missing values. I'm just picking the rows with non-missing values, and I'm just making an numpy array from that. Okay, so after that what I'm doing is I'm just counting the missing values. Okay, I'm just counting the total number of missing values, that is 117. So in n missing I'll be having total 117 ns. Okay, that is 117 total of ns, and here I'll be having total of 714 numbers in an array. Okay, in a numpy array. So now see what I'm doing. So I'm just rng.choice. This rng is nothing but random number generator. Okay, this random number generator generates some random value from this particular observed age values. Okay, so each time it runs, it picks random numbers. Okay, random numbers from this observed age values itself. So observed age values, and replace is equal to true. Okay, we just want to replace. So size is equal to n missing. So how many number of random values we need? So we need total of 177 random values, right? So after that I'll be getting an array of, okay, I'll be just getting an array of 177 random numbers, and what I'm doing after that, I'm just replacing the missing values with this 117 randomly generated values. So after replacing, if you see, the age has 0 missing values and fair has 0 missing values. So after that I'm just plotting the distribution. So if you see the distribution, there is only slight change over here. Okay, so the entire distribution is almost similar. Okay, so distribution didn't change. So now let us see the covariance. So if you see, before the covariance is 73 and correlation is 0.09. So after, okay, after missing value imputation, the covariance came from 73 to 61, and the correlation also dropped from 0.09 to 0.08. Okay, so there is a change in covariance and correlation. Okay, so this is entirely the random value imputation technique. Okay, so now let us see missing indicator. So again I'm doing the necessary imputation imports. Okay, and also I'm from sklearn.impute, I'm just importing the missing indicator. Okay, missing indicator class. After that I'm just making the copy of the data set. Okay, just I'm picking the age column from the Titanic data set, and I'm just putting it in the data variable. Okay, so after that I'm just counting the number of missing values. You see the total number of missing values are 177, and I'm just creating an indicator object, and I'm just doing the fit transform on this data. Okay, that is age column. Okay, entire age column I am doing the fit transform, and I'm storing it in the separate variable, that is age missing indicator. Okay, so after that I'll be creating a data frame out of it, and you can see I'm just joining the original age column and imputed age column, sorry, the missing age column. Okay, that is the new age column. Okay, so if you see age and age missing, so here the value is present, so that is why false, and but here if you see nn, that is why true. Okay, so I have just created a new column to indicate the presence of missing value. Okay, so where I have value, it indicates false, where I don't have value, it indicates true. Okay, I'll be just feeding this data to the machine learning algorithm. Okay, so I'll be just converting this to zeros and ones, and I'll be just feeding to the machine learning algorithm. Okay, so this is the entire two techniques, that is random value imputation and missing indicator. Okay, I'll be just providing this notebook in the description. You can try it out on some different data set and also compare accuracies as well. Okay, so this is the entire video. So if you have any doubts, please comment down in the comment section. Okay, so hope you guys like this video. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.